sing out?
When I sing out your joyous anthem.
Yes, every time.
Every time anew I sing.
I join your song.
Join your song, America. I join in your freedom song.
Getting to know it? Sing it again.
America, I hear you sing. America, your own sweet song. Our dreams and hopes, it sings are born. America, in your song. America, in your song.
Yeah, this feeds about 240 or so.
Good morning, I'm on Tom with the latest news update at 98.7 The Building. It's on Monday, brought to you by Portable G7, National Road, U.S. South Enforcement. This is the fourth review for the TRSD network, the people across Pollard in Rochester. According to Foster's State regulators, will announce today that they are ending their prohibition requirements.
And a big chocolate chip bars.
Their year-long program for design practices. One woman is acquainted to work
A little less time consuming than cookies.
the recipe and the perspective of running the non-electric sites and
Good morning. That's all. Time to train. You know what, it's time to start. Everybody's ready. And the others must have come down. You know, when they shut the heat off, that's not when even stay. They had a whole bunch more of them. What happens in the school?
Where are we going to be? On candid camera?
Unbelievable. Why is the camera on this morning? Good morning. It's another one of those winter mornings. Sharon Deb's coming in this morning, isn't she?
She will be in, yep. She'll be in this morning. I'm sorting all this. Oh, good.
I'm just reading the notes.
Oh, you know what I need to get from Amy something too? Where it had all those.
So you made up for one for each?
I made one for each member on the committee so that they can go edit it, and then I want it back by Friday so that we can edit it, so that when we meet, whenever. Well, we're having one before that. We're having one on a Monday.
Correct.
I would like this done. And
Oh, look how much our amaryllis grew over vacation. This is so exciting. The children will be so excited to see it when we get back. Hello, ladies. Good morning. Good morning. Now you have to see it. All right, everything. And I have a question for you. I see you're making a second. Why is there still a videotape? I'm done. Thank you so much. All right. Bye-bye.
First one, good morning. How are you this morning? Good morning. Good morning, Emma. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Michael. Oh, slow walk here. Good morning. Day has begun. Good morning. Is it cold out there? Everybody's coming in a little scrunched up. Good morning. Good morning. Good. There we go. Joseph, I can count on you for that big smile. But yes, it is indoor, honey. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. You have a great day. Good morning. Nice and fast. It's cold. You want to get in and you want to get to your home. There you go, Pollard.
I just got a cut.
What? Oh, nice. Good morning. It's cold. Good morning, Erin. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Good to see you. You did. Oh, that is so exciting. What's the day now? No, not till next week, honey. What did you do? Real cold. Oh.
rubs them. Right. And it was more like it was a little bloodshot more than anything else, but she didn't complain of it.
Yeah. Well, it was. Everybody was not coughing.
Really?
What day is it today?
It is March 3rd.
Well, also Friday, March 13th.
Patrick's not here?
That's fine.
You know what you need to do? I guess maybe you missed $1 somewhere. I think I left it up. Okay. Why don't we keep it in your pocket here until tomorrow? Here, put it in this pocket. It is gross. Yay! Look at money. Ma'am?
this, he's not in
Go
there.
back.
No.
She found
This is my street where my house
Good.
is.
In her book there, anyway, right?
This
Right here, my town. This is my map. This is the map of my A frog came by. What a good house speak, it says. Can I come in? Pollard.
Okay. All right, Scott, thank you. Let's do another one, okay, honey? Turn around toward me. Look straight ahead. Feet together. Stand like a soldier at attention. What's your best soldier? Look straight ahead. And here we go. In a minute, I'm going to ask you to look at my machine. And you're going to see something like this. Okay? And I need you to tell me which way the E's are going on the top line. Do you remember doing that? Yeah, okay. Which way would you point if you saw an E like the one over the number 1? How'd you get so smart? You're doing such a good job. Can you turn around toward me, please? Feet together, hands by your sides, and can you stand like a soldier at attention? Oh, I think you grew a ½ an inch by standing up straight. Air into your ears. It's going to make a weird noise, okay? But I want you to look right here in this green window, because hopefully we're going to make a mountain in the green window. I know that's really strange, isn't it? Let's see what we can do here. Are you ready? Okie dokie. Are you looking? Mm-hmm. Okay. Look at that. What is that in that window? A mountain. Did you ever think that you could make a mountain with your ear? Isn't that the silliest thing? Tilt your head. Ready? Weird noise, weird noise. Uh-huh. Even a better mountain on that side. Look at that. Ha-ha!
Not share it, but tell us what you do. I have some stuff for reading, and everybody does it. But if we all share it, then we can share it. So we're just waiting for Elaine. Yeah, I did it. Thank you.
So when you write the little sticky notes?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just, well, I took that idea, together with what I do in reading. And you saw this. Did I give everybody this?
Yeah.
That's 39, about what gave him power, however, was not so much what he knew in facts, but what he understood, which are concepts and principles, which is what our goal is to give concepts and principles into a skill, beyond what you're given to regurgitated information. To take that into a step of action shows.
Yes, I have this note from you, something about my time. That's what day is that?
Thursday.
It's a Thursday?
It's a Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what time is it? Is that
9 to 11.
9 to 11?
It's 9 to 11.
Okay.
So we'll leave here 8:20ish, I think.
Yeah, that's
It's
fine.
only going to the Wayfair. All right, 8:15, 8:20.
Sounds good.
All right,
All
thank
right.
you.
This is an honor.
She comes to contribute like Gary, her and her right window. Just a quote.
about how crowded it was. No, John, I like to have a little sofa.
Mr. Coombs, there's a delivery truck at the cafeteria.
Okay, what else can you infer? How come you think that? He looks younger than anybody else on the cover. Interesting. Good inference, yeah?
Thinking, I know it's Revolutionary War, because I know Cooper told us it had something to do with social studies. I do remember that there was a French and Indian War, so
She may or may not be right, but boy, her facts certainly are. Good job, good job. Anybody else? What else can you infer?
That it takes place like when there's like all these wars and stuff and there's no electricity and all that stuff.
Why don't you?
We're gonna let James finish this before he can start. I have to rename it a 1. There you go. You understand renaming? It's not a 2 any longer. There's a 1 in the hundreds place. Okay, who'd like to do the second one? 6,427. We're gonna rename in the tens. Tyler?
Cross out the 4.
Where is it?
That's in the hundreds.
That's in the hundreds place. I'm gonna cross it out and rename it what?
3.
3. What am I gonna do now?
And put a 1 on the 2 to make it 12.
Put a 1 in front of the 2 to make it a 12. Can you read the new number to us?
6,000.
Yes, but we haven't changed the value of the number. That's what I wanted Nate to understand.
Yeah, true.
Better watch out. I can run. I can fly. I can whistle and shout. I can tap on your window and
Yeah.
stamps. You know, Hannah ended on one page, and I was really curious about her Hello Kitty set, and I encouraged her to extend that information, and she did. How about a couple questions for Hannah?
What day of the week?
So she's asking, when did it take place? Do you remember? But she did say, okay, another question or comment?
Where did you get it? I forget the store name.
She put it at the store, she couldn't remember the name, but she sort of answered where, you just wanted her to be more specific. Okay.
I like that dress part.
You've got the crew, I'll tell you, Mrs. Hot. Nice job, nice job. Oh, the back of this line is just fantastic. Right, Ms. Whitman?
Oh, it was so cold.
This is a bunny talking seminar. I don't know. After ski accents. Can you reread the part that Skylar was talking about?
During that, I played PlayStation and watched TV. Yeah, that part.
Did you? I only heard PlayStation once there.
No, it was on cut.
Okay,
That's what I usually do during my time waiting. That's what I was doing, waiting for the time to come to the birthday.
Okay, that's why you mentioned it twice, because it was two different times in the story. But that was an excellent question to ask him why he used that word both times. That was great. Good job. Can't ask questions in the middle of the sharing.
My vacation by Kelsey Pollard.
Comments for Kelsey?
When it was going by, but I didn't get hurt because I was.
Smile. Thank you. Boy, this crew is smiling. What a bunch of hands you have. Wiggly? Wow. Inside eyes. How you doing?
I know. Okay, here we go. We're gonna put this
1,
pad
5,
on there,
3.
and we tighten this right
1,
up.
5,
Hey
3,
kids,
go.
do you think we got a good fit here? Is this a good fit? What do you
I
think?
can't see.
Are you fitting all right?
Turn around.
Does it feel tight? Okay. So we take it off.
It feels
Ralphie, it feels good.
Okay.
Okay, kids, why don't you talk about what it is, why you're doing this hat in the hat? Why are you doing this why are we making the hats today?
I know.
The idea? Because you're going to be reading, which book? Gage.
Dr. Seuss.
Dr.
Because
Seuss.
Dr. Seuss's birthday's coming up. Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah, it was. Miss Booyah, wasn't it Dr. Seuss's birthday yesterday?
I didn't look at the calendar. This is.
It is. Mrs. Hart.
There they are.
Are we gonna eat green eggs and ham this year again? Look at me.
Okay.
Yeah. I just want ham. Look at me. I'm gonna like eggs.
Okay, kids. part of the brain will be bigger and smaller, and which chemicals, the pathways that connect the,
So it doesn't connect?
all of them don't connect. They may connect, but at different degrees, and at different places, and different degrees, and that's why, even though they can be real bright, they can't have the connections to express it, or to.
It's amazing what could
As the bricks were not quite dry. Ah, he sighed, and he went and gathered some buckets of water.
Thing that was in the object.
Right. And so how is that different than me just looking at it like this? What makes the difference?
You see it. You see more things in the object than when you look at it.
I'm not sure if I would necessarily agree with you that you see more things. Microscope is something that, you said that you can see more things, but actually, you may not necessarily see more things. What do you think?
You see small object like the fibers of a piece of paper, and it's magnified by how many times.
Exactly. So you might see specifically more about one little piece of it, but not a bigger amount of that one thing. You see just a little thing, but it's magnified. What do you mean by magnified? Because I don't even get that.
It means
I don't understand.
it's like a form that, it's like if you see something that you can't see, then you look at it through the microscope, and it's enlarged.
Enlarged, that's exactly what. Okay, so the very first thing you need to know is how to handle a microscope. So I'm going to show that first, and then I'm going to have you guys come up. You may have to share, and then I'm going to have you practice a little bit. And it's really hard. One of the things you have to notice is when you do this thing, and you look in a microscope with one eye closed, you will end up with a headache. So one of the things is because you're going to try to focus down this lens, and I'll show you in a minute. One of the things you want to do is rather than to keep that eye like this, which will give you a headache, just take it, and take your hand, cover your eye, and keep it open, and then just look through one. So this is called a base. This is called the arm, and you want to hold on to it really, really carefully. So that's the first thing. So what I'm going to ask you to do is the person that is sitting next to you is going to be your bud today. What I'm going to do is switch things around just a bit, and I would like for Katie to sit next to Jen, and for Craig to sit next to Matt, and then Corey, you're going to sit next to Michael, and could one person, be it what it may, Ashley, you're probably going to, poor thing, you have your own microscope, that's awful, huh? If one person, one in the partner can come up, and I will give you a microscope. You're going to hold on to the base and the arm. Okay, Joanna.
Face down until we're ready to start, okay? Yeah, I know. I have your names on them, so it's all right. Here you go. So, there we go. Let's see. Jen? Kenny? And Matt. Okay, I want you guys to stop wherever you are, even if you're not finished with number 6, don't worry about it. If you have a 12 or division, you need to only use 1 minute. I'll say 1 minute's up, okay? Okay, on your mark, get set, go. Scale, you don't need your book for this. Let's open to you twice. With me. A, B. Repeat the D. C. A. G. Let's do that with the piano now.
Hi, my name's Nick. And I'm Bob. No, I'm Bob. She's JD. Digital wave!
She's taping us. Hi, Miss Man. Yeah, she'll be right. What are you doing? Hi. Hello, camera. Say hi.
Free ski? Yeah. You go to free ski? Yeah.
Yeah. But she told me to go. There's a hot air. Oh, hello!
Listen, is the man? assume that means carried, born with an E. That was a man. Now notice the difference when the kids sing. Open your mouth wide. Our dreams and hopes. Notice at the ending, there's a ritardando. Gently slows down, let people know the song's over. I'd like you to stand and sing the whole song.
This is really important because I don't want to do extra work, and when I find tooth decay, I have to do extra work. It becomes more expensive, it takes more time. It's a lot easier to stop this from happening. So we've got to think about how we can stop this. What's something that we can do to stop this that you do every single day? You're supposed to do it twice a day. Mom send you back in the bathroom, especially boys, back in there, do it again. What is it you can do every day, young lady?
Brush your teeth.
Brush your teeth. If we brush our teeth, what are we going to brush away?
Oh,
We're going to brush the sugar. Remember, we can't brush the germs away. The germs are okay. We're going to brush the sugar away, and we aren't going to form the plaque, and we aren't going to form the tooth decay. Okay, pretty good. He's doing better. That's what we call home care. That's something you can do every single day, and you have to do every single day. You don't get a break from brushing your teeth. No vacation. You know when you went on vacation? You're supposed to take your toothbrush with you. You don't just brush your teeth Mondays through Fridays, school days. You have to do it on weekends too. There's no vacation from brushing your teeth or taking care of your teeth. It has to be done every single day. What else can you do besides brushing our teeth to get rid of the sugar? Young lady, what else can you do? That's right. You know what that little string is?
Yeah.
That's floss. It's kind of hard for someone your age to floss because it takes a little more coordination than we have at this age. That we can get rid of that is standing right in front of you. What can we get rid of? What can we stop using that'll stop the plaque from forming and turning into the tooth decay? They have tails and fins. They have gills. They have funny lips. Fish, come on up. You can be our fish. Watch some of these guys come smart here. Come on over here. Okay? That's okay. Step forward. Step forward. We have one last group. Young man, can you tell me what the last group is? This is a heavy hat. Do you have a good sized head here? Yeah, I know, it does. It always falls off. When we're done, we're going to check your pockets. Okay? You'll see why. We'll check your pockets a little bit. Now. Okay? Well, then we won't check your pockets.
Working with wires, you have to sew your own clothing. So anyone who has spare fabric or lace or something at home that you want to make into puppet clothing, then think about that. Think about a character or a theme that you want to go with for this marionette puppet. Okay, this is going to be like a huge major thing to end our human body unit. Okay? And then we had talked about the side view, so people were starting to get their side views into their picture. Remember that this page is going to compare, sorry about that. This page will compare, Patrick, the fact that your proportions will basically stay the same even though your head is turned. It does not change where your nose is or where your ear is or where your eye is. Your proportions are the same across your face. We started with basic upside down horseshoe for the skull, right? And then we wanted to indicate the temple and the beginning of our cheekbone and jaw. So we came around kind of like this. Now we have our chin and we have the top of the front of our head. And we had to measure and estimate the halfway point, right? From the crown and from the chin. What was that halfway? Eyes. That's right. So basically we can put our eyebrows in. We can plot in some eyes because that was the basic proportions.
detailing, but I just wanted to get it quickly. If our cheeks were not as rounded as you would first draw, and a person would have a different cheek shape, so you adjust those things once you put the basic proportions in.
There is.
Are you guys ready? Yep. All right, so to run the slideshow, there's an icon down here, you just press. The color gets your attention, the border gets your attention. These guys showing up at each time, you're watching to see which one comes up next, because now I got your attention. You're curious what's going to show up. And this is just a text box swiveling. That's all it's doing. That's pretty simple. You'll do lots of that. You can't do too much of it though. And then that was a sound. When those words came in, there was sounds. There is a sound effect.
And carved by the Arctic wind. His hollow cream-colored hair kept him warm and helped him blend into the ice-covered land so that he could hunt. And what is he hunting for? Seals. He turned to his friends and he said, "This place is just right." And he dove into the frigid water. The Eskimos used to have a name for the polar bear. They would call him Nanook. And that meant great white bear. And another nickname for the polar bear was Nomad of the North, because he traveled with the ice in the sea.
The Pollard School Computer Lab, and this is a group of multi-age 4th and 5th grade children who are researching information on the state of New Hampshire prior to a...
Q. Who has R? Good job. Who has S? What's after S? Can anybody tell me what that is, a tip tapper or a lip popper?
Nothing.
Oh,
Nothing.
Niall.
Good job.
Up. What's
I do have a book of fables, and when I wanted to make a poster out of this, I did go to the book and I copied this out of the book to go with it. So yes, there are books of fables. Yes?
Did that picture go to the story?
Well, what do you think?
I think so, because I think right there she's telling him that we should kill him.
Yeah. I would guess that's probably what happens there. Okay. All right, any other questions about narratives?
And this is a reading
Do you sort of
consultant
have
working at
a
Pollard
little
School
bit of an
with a
idea,
group of 4th and 5th
introduction
grade children.
of how narratives go? Yes, no, maybe? No more questions? Okay. All right, so just one more time, these are the words that I want you to remember. I want you to remember the first paragraph is introduction, and what are those W words? Okay, we want to make sure we have those details. Are those the important details?
Yep.
Yes, they are.
Your skiers, your water skiers. When they're all done, we're going to ask you to put them up in the bowl, and then we're going to do that last experiment.
Yay. Jake's going to get mine.
All right. You're done. Make sure he doesn't sink before the other kids get theirs done. Is yours done? Are you finishing your last one?
I'm done. Miss. Well, I'm making another one, but.
Do you have one made?
Yeah, I need a
All right, you have yours made and you have yours made. All right, let's. Everybody's attention. I'd like drawn to this basin for just a minute. Oh,
no. Wait, I have just about one right there.
You know what? You know what? I'll show you with just this one. All right. Christy, you can be the person to put it in the basin on the far side. Put it over there, and watch what happens to your skin. You say. Now, why did that happen?
You already broke it. Did you do that? Because I wrote the water temperature.
Surface. What happens with? What do you think happens with the? Besides baking the surface tension, what happened with the soap?
It's water, so it doesn't attract it. Yeah.
It's what?
It's not. It's not water. It's water, so the water won't attract it.
What do we know about water? What did we talk about?
It
water?
attracts. Water attracts.
Because it's very what? Organized. It's very orderly, and so they all want to be together. When you introduce something foreign to a variable,
you can test another guy if you want. Unorganized.
And then it mixes it up for a minute, right?
Can I show my surfer?
You want to show me your surfer? Okay. Where is that?
This is an enrichment class at Pollard School, and Mrs. Sherman is working with a group of fourth graders, and they're doing a science experiment on surface tension.
He sings for a minute before he sings.
Great, now I need to use another.
He's all wet. Now, do you think they stay better with one or two paper clips?
One.
What's the difference?
One. Well, two is sort of wobbly. Yeah, two is because the paper clips don't stay as good because it's bend and stuff. I don't know. I think it's they on the bottom so that it stays still.
All right. What's the difference when you have two paper clips? And what is supporting the man?
The paper clips.
The paper clips.
And the tail.
Do I have two circles like this?
It's supposed to be very
Are they closer together or further apart?
Oh, yeah,
There you go, you got it. Put it back into your social studies folder, and then you can just read quietly. Mary?
This is a fourth grade classroom. Mrs. Daly is the teacher and one of her students, and they're conferencing on some writing that Mary's done.
And this is your final draft? Or has it been edited yet? Okay, so we edit this one, so you're on your second edit? And this is going to be your diagram? What do you plan to do with your diagram? Okay. How are you going to be able to draw that out of this? Yep. Okay. Writes for different purposes and audiences. And you said not yet. Why do you think?
All right, this is a multi-age first and second grade classroom at Pollard School with Mrs. McFarland, and the children are all reading. They have shopping bags, and each day they pick an easy, a just right, and a challenging book to read, and then they bring the book bags home as well as read the books in school.
Okay, but you can read your book. Okay, she would like you to
Don't forget to bring pencils when you want to walk. bestseller.
Shy children.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, okay, so next weekend is
You like cereal? It's a smart start. So, did you guys have a nice vacation?
Yep.
What did you do, Ryan?
Oh, I went to 2 birthday parties.
Really?
Yep. One of them I went to Skateland, and the other one I went to Jeff's house.
Yeah?
And, like, we just played there and spied on people. Like, first of all, Jeff was downstairs playing PlayStation.
Yeah?
And Ryan, Ferguson, and I, we went upstairs to his room. He has this little closet thing. We crawled in it, and there was, like, just tons of different, like, pillows and everything. We made that a little club. And so we just, like, spied on people mainly.
Hey, how about you? How about you, Michael?
I stayed home.
Stayed home? What'd you do?
Played with some friends. I had a
Yeah.
friend sleep over.
Oh, that's good. Did you go skiing?
Mm-hmm.
You belong to the ski club this year?
First started, we didn't have that much time, so like everything slowed up then, and then later on, we ran
Okay, all right. Any other ideas? Why that seemed to go better? Brianna?
Well, when there's less time, you're kind of under pressure to finish, so we keep on writing more and more.
So definitely having a beginning and an end time is helpful. Please?
Because it was like funny, so it made us want to do it more.
Okay. See, that's sort of what I was thinking too. And some of you guys were laughing at yourselves. Nobody else was around you. You're sitting there kind of writing along and laughing by yourself. And that makes it kind of more fun too. Jane?
I thought it was easier because we already had it. We already knew what we had to talk about. We didn't really have to look up at something to see how the spelling was because it was already down on a piece of paper that we already knew where it was.
Chelsea, Layton, report to the office now.
Okay, and that was really helpful. One of the things that you noticed too about the leads is that it had a lot of detail. Some of the detail wasn't, I think it was kind of kooky, it was kind of zany, it was kind of surprising, but there was a lot of detail in it. That's something for you guys to think about when you write your own leads too. Sometimes for a lead, the simpler isn't necessarily the best.
This way? That way.
It can be scratched by fingernails.
That's true, it can be scratched by a finger. It can be scratched by a Flicks it off, yeah. Now take a pen to it.
Okay, we're going to leave that one today.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Scratches it.
Okay,
So now you go scratch by take it down that, so it's like and then you check the cleavage. Are there 3 directions or you sort of break off in sheets? So where do you go? Must be
Scratch by now.
This one I think is too, so it's glassy.
Scratch by a pen. How do you know? Why do you have it? So it's going to be scratched by a pen.
Can we scratch by
Or scratch
This? Is this curly? I don't think this is curly. I think this is that. Because that's not curly.
So it can't go there, okay? So now you gotta come down and scratch by a nail. It can't go that way. And you can't scratch it.
It's not gross yet.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's scratched by a nail. So
This is wood.
You ready? I know. All right, I have to give you a heads up, guys, on what I found when I went through your notebooks. Nobody was perfect, which I didn't expect you to be perfect, obviously. Some of them were phenomenal. Some of you definitely understand the concept, but misunderstood some particular portion. A few of you don't have points. Don't freak out. If you notice this up here, take a deep breath, calculate the number of points earned. Don't freak out. It wasn't a test. The points just allow you to see where, it's not even where you went wrong. The points allow you to see what you can improve upon. So if you got 5.0 versus 6.5 or something, you might have forgotten to write down the endpoints. Maybe you didn't label your endpoints. Several people did a phenomenal job and then just didn't do any of the terminology or the symbolism. A few of you used the word vertex several times. That was a great label. I can't remember who it was. One person labeled the sides. Yeah, it was. I think it might have been Kayla.
I wrote sides.
Yeah, you did. That was great. She wrote sides and vertex. Those were labels. Those were labels that you should use. Do you have to use sides and vertex? No. But what did you have to do? Kevin? What did you have to have on here to get points? You can handle it. Is the camera?
Yeah, I'm getting that.
Okay, correct terminology.
Thank you, Kevin.
Arrows, what are these? What are these?
Symbols.
Well, they're symbols, labels, whatever. If you showed this right here, what's this?
Terminology.
Terminology, proper symbols.
Okay.
Okay. If you showed me that this was, how many degrees would you guess this is?
About 95. No, not 95.
I'd say like
60. 85.
I'd say like 60.
85.
85.
It's
90.
No. If you look at it from this way, it looks around 80.
Yeah, because look at this. This is not, this line goes down. So you're telling me, let's just say 80-ish.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here, Frank, you can hold this with your other 6 hands.
Sure, so you can start.
Bye, Dan.
Beeps, it's done.
Actually, we're color coordinated today, Bill.
Yes, we are. That's right.
And Frank didn't live by it.
All right. 98.8.
Zach, you gotta be in that picture, man. Where you going?
Four value scales on this piece of paper. Now note, see, it runs across, and I did what kind of technique did I use? Cross-hatching, good. I go black to my white with the grays in between from left to right. All right? I'm going to alternate going back the other way here. So black to white, going this way, and then, so I'm creating a pattern, okay? Now I drew over, see what kind of shape, can you see the kind of shape I had in there? A pear. I'm going to go, I drew the contour lines of the pear. And then I drew my grid on top. So if I had the seashells, I would draw those seashells. And then on top, with a ruler, I would make the grid. All right? So now the grid divides up your contour lines of your drawing. Then I make my scale as I would if it was just a value scale. So I go from black to a darker gray to the next gray down. And notice now I've entered the part where the pear is. Everyone see that, where my finger is? And then the same thing for this part of the pear. I picked a different color than that side. I picked black. Okay? And so forth. So wherever the contour lines of your object cross over in your value scale, make a different color that exists in your scale. Okay? And see if you can understand that concept as you look through the rest of that drawing.
It's not even worth it, Joe.
Whoa. Sound going to be on the network?
Yes.
Ugliest. Who is the ugliest one? Woo! Yeah. First one.
Yeah. Ha.
So that's
Ha.
Dan
That's okay.
Yeah. In the ugliest, so let's show it around.
Oh, that's pretty sweet right there.
Oh, that's a great match.
It's a great
I
match.
think it was the most bizarre, but
We lost.
hey,
no, we
won.
No, you lost.
No, we won.
So now for the category of the most bizarre.
Yeah.
Right, so that's Casey and Amanda. Yeah, it is bizarre. Now, last but not least, the last category is the most creative, and the winner is.
Oh yeah, baby.
All right.
Oh, right. Laura and Richard. I agree.
1, 2, Coda. 1, 2, easy. One, two, three.